Alright, so what happened was I ran into a problem with recording video. So this will be the first video that goes up on my channel as far as the Let's Play goes. You didn't really miss much. I just did a whole bunch of run-through quests. But there was some important things that you did miss, and that is these green quests tell a story, and each different race has a different story. With the elves, so I'm just gonna tell you the story. You can look it up for a better description or the actual videos that have it, but I'm just gonna give you a basic rundown of what's happened. So there was a king. I don't remember what his name was. I think it was Alzuian. It was something like that, and he was on this expedition, and they found the birthplace of magic, as you might have seen in all of the trailers. What if there was a place where the world began and there was the birthplace of magic? And they found that there was 2 elves in the group, 10 humans, 2 elves, and the elves that did go into there got a whole bunch of magical powers, same with all the humans. And they actually were so magical that they called them gods. And what happened was one of the elves was Alzuin or something like that, and he became king. He was a god. Everybody revered him as a god, and eventually he knew that the world was, or something destructive was going to happen. But if he gave the elves more time, they'd be able to live through whatever natural disaster it is. So, what he ended up having to do was fight the other elf that was on the expedition and got magical powers. And so, the other elf, he became the god of destruction. I'm assuming he became sort of evil. It didn't really let on whether or not the god of destruction was evil or not, but I just kind of assumed, because he's the god of destruction, that he was evil. So then what happened was, when he died, all of the elves were imbued with his memories and his feelings, basically the essence of the king. But with that came hatred. I guess he really hated the god of the destruction, even though he was good friends with him at one point. I remember the god of destruction was named Gene, because who's named Gene? Seriously. But, oh, that was offensive to all the other Genes out there. I'd just like to take a moment to apologize to every Gene out there in the audience. Gene's not a bad name. It's just, it's unique. And that's why I remembered it. Anyway, the elves had this memory of hatred of Gene, and so they started just training to get revenge on Gene, and that's all they did. But some of the elves that, in their battle training, went into magical battle training, and they really studied into the magic portion of it, got to actually hear or see the memories of Alzuin, or whatever his name is, and actually know what he felt. And so I guess where it left off was these people actually knew what he felt like, and it was probably not something that was important. I can just hop on anybody's mount. It's great. Anyway, so these elves are kind of seeing what he actually felt and what he really wanted with his sacrifice, killing himself, basically committing suicide by battling the god of destruction. And that is where the story left off. All of the different races have stories, and this is the elven story. So I'm just going to I'll point out different little things. This is a mount right here, this tiger. You might have seen somebody carrying a deer in a backpack earlier. That's also a mount. But I'm just going to... Oh, right, my story. I should probably talk about that. Right now, I am about to go into battle with a Nuian knight. Nua. She's a god, and she was also on the expedition, and she was also went and found the birthplace of magic and got imbued with magical powers and turned into a god. And the humans revere Nuya as, or Nu, as their favorite god, and I think she's like god of death or something. Anyway, I'm supposed to fight a Nuian knight, which is like somebody who trained for battle for the purpose of serving Nuya or something like that. And so I'm supposed to go into battle with them, so I'm going to talk with this guy and continue with my quests and actually go forward with the Let's Play. What you missed back there, that's where I came from. It was just a long path of doing silly quests. I did grow a giant beanstalk. So, to ensure fair play in the field of honor, participants must use equipment provided to them by tournament officials. Go to the weapons stand in the building behind me and pick out a competition blade for yourself. Alright. And so a lot of the quests have just been go pick something out, or go talk to a person. I guess what am I gonna get? Oh, I guess that's in my inventory now. Yeah, competition blade. And so if there's a question mark, it means I've finished the quest. If there's an exclamation mark, it means that I need a quest. Excellent. This seems to be in order. The competition blade signifies your willingness to fight. Show it to any Nuian knight in the field of honor, and your duel will begin. Alright. And these are my skills. I've got this, which is basically a whole bunch of super fast bolts of magic, and this shoots a claw into the ground and it grabs somebody. So I just need to find Nuian knight, select them, go into my inventory, right click. Now I can get away and start going. Basically, this is how I fight. I'm a little wimp who runs away and shoots stuff at him. And claim your victory, worthy elf. I'd shake your hand if I wasn't so bloody dizzy. Sweet, I won. So, this is my dash. Consumes mana and I move quickly. So that wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. I'm gonna turn that. Oop. Now the world's a little bit brighter. That's me, LT Tactical, making your day a little bit brighter every day. Just for you. I do this for you. Get a word. Okay, so these are the cutscenes.
A human. They'd never before been allowed on the field of honor. As your Nuian opponent raised his blade, the image of his face reflected on the gleaming metal. But it wasn't his face. The reflection showed an angry, dark-haired man with a taunting sneer. The vision lasted only an instant, but your heart explained what your mind could not. The man you'd seen was Aranzeb's murderer, his former friend turned enemy, Jean.
That's Jean.
Jean had become Kyrios, the god of destruction, but Aranzeb had hated him long before that. Even before the expedition, Jean was the subject of Aranzeb's unhappiest memories. Jean's actions after receiving the power of a god had only fueled Aranzeb's anger. and facing a human in battle had caused you to briefly look out through his eyes.
And so those are just cutscenes that tell a story, and that was basically the story I told you. There's a couple of cutscenes before that. I'm not sure if there's a way I can rewatch them, but I'm going to see if catch this test. Don't let the vanity get the best of you, young warrior. This is the first day of the competition. Go find Yokid Navil, the city of Memoria. He will give you a lodging for the night along with the other elven champions. Alright. And so I'm going to end the episode here just because I want to make sure that all of the video is working properly and all the audio comes through clear. And I will be back with hopefully a longer episode next time. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, tell me how terrible I am at this game. Try to keep the criticism constructive if you can, but I know that it's hard to do on YouTube when you're anonymous. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Yeah.